Welcome to the December 2014 webinar on constant innovation. This month, December 2014, we covered several different aspects of constant innovation, and this is going to be a fairly short broadcast. If you're familiar with our services, great. We're glad to have you part of the Third Level Consulting business development family of professionals. If not, you may wish to check out www.thirdlevelconsulting.com and watch, in any case, for our new website launching in mid-January, which will be great to navigate, and you'll be able to determine which of our services is right for your business much more easily. Connect with us anytime with your needs and wants and business objectives. We're here to help globally in the gymnastics, dance, swim, and cheerleading industries, also in the martial arts industries and childcare industries. The first document that we put out under constant innovation this month was the new version 3 of Building Your Business Potential. It's an ebook that's actually free to our clients and actually to anybody who would want them. It's stimulating your thought and leading us to new areas in business management in the Children's Activity Center industry. So to get this and to start out, we talk about strategies, systems, and KPIs, which are key performance indicators. In this constant innovation, one of the things we're asking everybody to do is to be very brave. As Brendan Burchard, author of The Charge, says, chasing a vision so big that it basically makes you sweat, but lifts your soul with purpose. It's fantastic. The Building Your Business Potential ebook is essentially a living, breathing, moving business plan. And it's set up so that you can play to win and never be worried about developing any kind of apathy, because you've always got a professional edge in your approach. Now, to do this, one of the things that we have developed to give you a professional edge is the Success Solutions dashboards. There are dashboards for owners or administrators. We call that the KPI professional dashboard, and there's 9 different areas. And the office professionals, there's 9 areas there too, to help office professionals determine what they need to do, how to do it, rate themselves, determine their long and short-term action items, and keep a success log as they go. It's an evergreen system. Same thing with program managers, people who are running programs in any of the Children's Activity Center industry, also have their position description, their activities, their rating system, their long and short-term objectives, and their success log. These things all taken together are part of a system that we call awareness to implementation to measurement. This is what we call aiming for success. And many times, of course, as you know, there's a big gap between awareness and implementation, another gap between implementation and measurement. So that's what we seek to eliminate. Many of you have seen the different steps to success that we have in the Manage Smart step ladder of success, the progressive steps to understand what a good management system really is. Starting with what is a business manager, defining your success stages, your cultural standards, your business systems, and fearless leadership. For each of the major areas, there is a stair-step ladder. This one is Market Smart. In each of these, it looks like there is 8 steps. There's actually 12 in each one. And these are what we call the key performance indicators. We've condensed them to 8 for the sake of these slides, just to make them a little bit more visually appealing. But when you do follow these progressions, you'll find that your business starts humming along, and after a while, you have what we call a turnkey operation. In People Smart, you can see a few of the steps here, which is basically the living organizational chart, and then the whole experience of staff through your organization, from hiring to training to positions to evaluations to pay to education to maybe eventually moving on or moving up in your organization. The same thing with Tech Smart, which is a combination of the front office and customer service along with technology. Finance Smart, how do we determine the steps to real profitability? Well, there's at least 8 steps, more like 12, to determine how profitable we can actually be. And we have to just follow those steps. There's a very progressive order to everything. Facility Smart, the same thing there. Those of you that have seen this, that's great. Risk Smart. And finally, last but not least, is Inspire Smart. All of this has to do with getting us to the point where we're not afraid. We are fearless leaders and we generate more leaders. And as the quote here says, we'd rather choke on greatness than nibble on mediocrity. Well, if that's true, then what we need to be doing is not be afraid to go after the business systems that are going to help us smooth out our operation for ourselves and everybody in our sphere of influence. So again, that's the business ebook, Building Your Business Potential. Another document that we looked at this last month in the second week was a really great document by Michael Myatt. And the document was entitled Ideas Don't Equal Innovation. He has a company called N2 Growth. And what he says basically is that ideas in and of themselves are terrific, but they're sometimes counterproductive unless we can figure out a way, a system to be able to analyze these ideas. And he comes up with about 15 of the elements in evaluating or monetizing an idea or creating value. And a lot of the 15 ideas are written here. I'm not going to read them to you. This was an article that you were able to download, or if you haven't, you can see it in the webinar here. But you see what I mean. His saying is that the idea should be generated within a solid framework for decisioning, for example. It's not just sitting there. It can't sit out there. We've got to have some criteria to be able to put it in a framework. And it also needs to be in alignment with the overall mission and vision of the enterprise. You can see through these. And again, just number 4, reemphasizing 1, putting the idea through a risk reward and a cost benefit analysis, adding value to the existing initiatives, endeavoring to validate the proof on detailed, credible research. If you think that something is without risk, you're probably sadly mistaken. There should be a risk management provisions for all new ideas. He says adopting new ideas should be based on solid business logic with corresponding financial engineering and modeling. Very, very good. Very, very sobering to look at this. Again, any new ideas must lead to measurable objectives, deliverables, benchmarks, deadlines, success metrics. Well, this is where the ideas or the awareness of an idea goes into implementation, and then it backs up the measurement. That's what the best companies in the world do. They measure. And he has a few more here for you. Great article. Terrific article. I like it a lot. So the third article that we put out was just a little brief overview. This was put out by Lisa Bodell. I really like her. Her first company was called Kill the Company, and then she changed it to Future Think. So if you go to futurethink.com, this is just one of the documents they put out. She's marvelous. The 40 new path opportunities for profit pathways. There is an article in the best practices library called the 22 profit models, which is 22 different ways that corporations have historically made money in the world. But this one is 40 different new opportunities and profit pathways. And you can think of any idea, any program you have, any new initiative you have, any policy you have, anything, and take a look and run it through deconstruction, or what do you take out, or how do you make it more flexible locally, or how do you speed it up, or how do you use feedback, or how do you flip it, or maybe how do you get it to flow a little better, or how do you, the end-to-end experience, the life cycle transitions, segmenting it, what happens in a competitive environment. You can see there's a lot here. Self-service, copying, transparency, contingency, exclusivity, a lot of ways to create advantages for profits. So at any rate, This is terrific, but I just wanted to let you know what was in the month that we did. That was all about constant innovation. We've always got to be reaching and searching for new ways and new methods and new tools like the Success Solutions dashboards to be able to create the competitive advantage that we need and deserve, and that our key players, our co-owners, program managers, and office managers need to survive and thrive today. Thanks for joining me. Take good care.